been told to slow down, take a breath, just relax. And you're sitting there like, okay, but how? Because it's not that you don't want to, it's that when you try, your body won't cooperate. Your brain won't turn off. Maybe you feel more anxious in the stillness than you did when you were moving. Everyone talks about rest like it's obvious, like it's just something that you do. But for you, maybe it feels like a skill that you were never taught, a language that everyone else speaks, and you're just nodding along, pretending to understand. And you know that you need to rest. You're not in denial about that. You understand that. The issue is every time you try, every time you actually sit down, slow down, attempt to do nothing, something in you fights it. Maybe your mind races, your body gets restless, you feel guilty, anxious, uncomfortable in your own skin. And you're left wondering, why can't I just do this? Why does everyone else seem to know how to turn it off? But I'm over here just buzzing and buffering all the time. Here's what I want you to know. There's actually a real reason why this happens. And it has nothing to do with you not trying hard enough or not wanting to figure it out badly enough. Stay with me on this one because by the end of this video, you're going to understand something different about yourself, hopefully, that changes how you see every struggle attempt to slow down and relax. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You're someone who gets things done at work. At home, in your relationships, you're the one that people count on. And you've built a life that looks good from the outside, maybe even impressive, but inside, it's just a different story. Maybe inside, you're tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix. You're running on something, but you don't even really know what that is anymore. But you just know that it's not sustainable. You can feel it. The unfortunate part about this is like you know that you need to rest. You've read about it, right? You've seen the podcast. Maybe you've even talked to your therapist about it. And so you try. You try to relax. You try to be present. You try to meditate. You try to journal. You take trips. You take a day off. And either it doesn't work or it works for what feels like a moment. And then you're right back where you started, just wild up, wired, wound up, watching other people rest, wondering why you can't really do the same thing. And here's what nobody told me about this. The problem isn't that you don't know how to relax. The problem is that your body has been in survival mode for so long that relaxation actually feels like a threat. I need you to really hear that. I really needed to hear that. For a lot of people, especially the women that I work with who have spent years producing, performing, planning, pushing through, okay, your body learns that staying alert and on top of every little thing is how you stayed safe. It's how you stayed alive. And maybe this started from a chaotic home where you grew up. Maybe it was the fact that you always had to be the responsible one and there wasn't a responsible one around you. Or maybe it was environments that rewarded you for doing the most, for overextending yourself. Or maybe it was relationships where you just could never let your guard down. Whatever it was, your body learned, I can't afford to relax. Relaxing is when things fall apart. Relaxing is when I get blindsided. Relaxing is dangerous. And so now, even though you try to tell yourself that you're safe and that you can rest, your body is still like, absolutely not. And this isn't like a flaw or like a weakness. This is just your system doing what it was designed to do, which is protect you. The problem is sometimes our system works to protect us from things that aren't really a threat anymore. but it hasn't updated yet. Like maybe your body doesn't know it yet that you are in a position where it is safe for you to rest. Your system has been in a on position for so long that the off switch feels foreign, unfamiliar, unsafe. It's like stuck in the on position. So when you lie down for that bath and like your brain starts racing, that's not you failing to relax. That's your body continuing to scan, doing a security check because it doesn't trust that stillness just yet. Or maybe when you try to meditate and you feel more anxious the longer that you try. It doesn't mean that meditation doesn't work, because it does, but it just means that your body isn't quite ready to be alone with all of that quiet yet. Or maybe you take a vacation, you book that trip, but you come back even more exhausted again. It's not because you're broken or not because you need another vacation from your vacation. It's just that if you try to rest without your body feeling safe enough to do so, you don't actually rest. Okay, that's just you being still or moving more slowly, but your system is still on high alert. So, what do you do with this information? Well, here's how you can start to shift this. I don't want you to make a goal where you force yourself to relax. Okay, and you've been trying that, and maybe you're still watching this video because that hasn't worked. Okay, what that does is that just adds more pressure to a system that's already under pressure and maybe has been under pressure for a long time. The goal is to just start showing your body slowly, gentle, consistent, doing it gently, slowly, consistently, letting your body know that it's safe enough to soften. Okay, you don't necessarily need any more apps. You might not need more routines, or like it's really not about trying to figure out how to be more productive. Okay, a lot of these things are dressed up as self-care, but that might not be the care that your system and yourself needs. Okay, what you have to do is you have to give your system new experiences, small experiences that say, hey, we're okay right now. Okay, in this moment, we're okay. That might look like one slow exhale when you notice your shoulders are creeping up towards your ears, carrying that tension. Okay. It might look like 2 minutes of standing outside with your bare feet on the ground. Hopefully, you're somewhere that allows that and you don't have 10 inches of snow on the ground like my parents do over in Wisconsin, right? But it also might look like letting someone help you with something instead of doing it yourself. It might look like saying no to just one thing this week. All of these things are signals. They're tiny messages that your body receives that it's okay for me to come down. I don't have to be on high alert. But the thing that you really have to understand with this is that it really takes time. This isn't a one and done thing. This isn't like a quick fix. This is a process of teaching your body something new after years of learning the opposite and having the opposite be reinforced. But it does shift. I've watched it in my own life. I've watched it in the women I've worked with over the years, okay? I've worked with many women who felt like relaxation was a language that they never learned, that they were just bad at being still, bad at just resting. These were the women who just accepted that maybe this is just the way that they were built, or, the way that they were made. But what was really happening is they were just trying to rest in a body that hadn't gotten the memo that it's safe yet to do so. Once they understood that, everything changed. Not overnight, but it changed. And I'm telling you how it changed. Slow, consistent, gentle signals of safety over time. And you have to give yourself time. So If this is you and you've been wondering why you can't seem to do the thing that looks easy for everyone else, hopefully you can let yourself off the hook just for a little bit. There's nothing wrong with you. Your body has just been protecting you the way that it learns, the way that it knows how. But hopefully, now that you understand what's actually happening, you can start to work with it instead of working against it. And that's the shift. That's what the work looks like. That's where it begins. So, if this video landed for you, tell me, have you ever felt like rest is something that just doesn't work for you? Like it's something that just doesn't really make sense? You're not alone in that. I see you. You're not alone in this. And hopefully this helps. And also, I've got some resources that will support you in this process and in this journey. I'll leave some links in the description and you can check those out. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.